as quickly as we possibly can and prove our innocence, where sometimes people judge you.
Justin Baldoni's attorney, Ryan Friedman, has issued a striking and unusually direct warning. According to insiders, the situation could escalate significantly for Taylor Swift. This is not idle speculation. Sources indicate that Friedman's message carries the tone of a carefully calculated threat. If Swift does not take swift action to address her connection to the unfolding Blake Lively situation, the controversy could spiral further out of control. The statement effectively places Swift in the center of a growing conflict, exposing her to a far more complex and challenging scenario. Baldoni's legal team appears ready to press forward, delivering a clear signal: become strategically involved or risk serious consequences. What once sounded like entertainment gossip has now transformed into a high-stakes legal chess match. In this rapidly evolving situation, Taylor Swift has become a highly visible and critical piece on the board.
Bit of a tough adjustment in our house, but it's good. I mean, I have two other daughters, so my oldest is very into the baby, but my middle child, not so much.
Hello. I mean, honestly, the way that I get into it...
This strategic warning dramatically increases the pressure surrounding Swift and raises concerns about how the situation could affect her public reputation. Insiders believe the confrontation may bring an intense level of scrutiny unlike anything she has previously experienced. Far from fading away, experts caution that the dispute could grow into a full-scale crisis, placing Swift in one of the most demanding public situations of her career. Every move she makes, every statement, response, or even silence could be closely examined. The potential impact on her global image is significant, with observers questioning how it might affect her long-term brand. Those familiar with Hollywood dynamics say Swift may have initially underestimated the seriousness of the conflict. Friedman's assertive approach suggests he is prepared to pursue the matter thoroughly, placing Swift in an increasingly delicate position. His team appears determined to explore every detail of her involvement, leaving very little room for missteps. The tension surrounding the story continues to build, and the drama shows no signs of fading quietly. Rather than a passing controversy, it resembles a rapidly intensifying storm that may require swift and decisive action. Sources also suggest that Friedman's team may be prepared to escalate the matter beyond public statements, with serious legal or professional battles potentially unfolding behind closed doors. Such moves hint at complicated strategies taking shape away from public view, where negotiations and confrontations occur privately. This adds another layer of uncertainty for Swift, as limited transparency could lead to unexpected legal or professional challenges. The situation appears to involve multiple moving parts, with every piece of information potentially becoming leverage. Complicating matters further is the network of relationships surrounding Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Both operate within a tightly connected and influential Hollywood circle, where reputations and alliances carry significant weight. Any perceived misstep by Swift could ripple through that network and affect her standing. Their personal and professional lives frequently intersect with other high-profile figures, making the environment even more delicate. While Swift has navigated controversy before, insiders suggest this scenario could test her resilience and strategic judgment more deeply than earlier challenges. Hollywood's unwritten codes of loyalty, influence, and public perception now appear to be under pressure, with Swift unexpectedly positioned at the center of the story. Interestingly, reports indicate that Swift's original involvement in the growing controversy may have been completely accidental. Her name, according to sources, became linked to the situation without any deliberate intention to participate in the dispute. Yet once that connection surfaced, it quickly turned into an unavoidable element of the narrative. The situation demonstrates how an unintended association can rapidly evolve into a central storyline that demands attention. What began as quiet speculation has now grown into a major talking point, firmly tying Swift's name to the unfolding conflict. According to reports, the origins of the entire situation may trace back to private discussions involving Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. These conversations reportedly centered on personal disagreements rather than purely professional matters, suggesting a deeply personal foundation for the conflict. During these sensitive exchanges, Swift's name was allegedly mentioned, unintentionally pulling her into the situation. It illustrates how private disagreements can quickly expand into public controversies, sometimes drawing in individuals who were never meant to be part of the dispute in the first place. The situation quickly expanded beyond its original scope, drawing more people into its orbit. The personal stakes for everyone involved were already extremely high, but the evolving developments raised the tension even further. What once appeared to be an unbreakable friendship between Taylor Swift and Blake Lively, often celebrated publicly through their close bond, now seems deeply strained. Instead of the familiar displays of camaraderie, both now appear caught in the center of a rapidly escalating legal and media spectacle. Rumors began circulating suggesting that Taylor Swift might possess private knowledge of important behind-the-scenes communications that allegedly conflict with Blake Lively's public statements. If accurate, this possibility introduces a dramatic shift in the narrative, portraying two once-aligned celebrities potentially standing on opposite sides of the dispute. According to individuals close to Swift, the turning point reportedly came when she became increasingly uncomfortable with the way the lawsuit's story was being presented publicly. Certain details, they claim, did not match what she personally remembered witnessing. That internal conflict between the public narrative and her own understanding of events reportedly became difficult for Swift to ignore. Sources suggest she felt compelled to acknowledge what she believed were serious inconsistencies. The idea that Swift might hold a different perspective on the situation than the version shared publicly raises the possibility of a major revelation that could reshape the entire discussion. After considerable reflection, Swift is said to have decided to become directly involved. Reports claim she provided a collection of materials that could potentially serve as important evidence. These allegedly include personal messages, detailed transcripts, and her own recollections of key events. According to those familiar with the matter, these materials challenge elements of Blake Lively's official narrative and legal claims. By choosing to present such information, Swift's actions reportedly altered the dynamics of the dispute almost immediately, dramatically raising the stakes for everyone connected to it. Her decision to step forward with evidence also increased the public attention surrounding the case. As one of the most influential figures in global entertainment, Swift's involvement carries the ability to shape public perception in powerful ways. This situation therefore extends beyond simple legal arguments. It also involves the court of public opinion. Swift's voice alone has the potential to influence how audiences and media outlets interpret the controversy. Her participation shifts the narrative significantly, encouraging observers to reevaluate the claims being made and examine them more critically. At this point, the situation no longer resembles a typical celebrity disagreement. Instead, it involves serious allegations, including claims related to harassment, possible retaliation, and complicated legal maneuvering. In such a high-pressure environment, every statement, social media post, and even subtle public appearance can have lasting consequences. Analysts note that each move made by Swift will likely be examined with extraordinary attention, with observers searching for hidden meanings or strategic signals. The seriousness of the accusations elevates the dispute far beyond personal conflict and places it within the realm of potential legal accountability. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni's attorney, Ryan Friedman, appears determined to position his client as strongly as possible in what many describe as an intense legal battle. Reports suggest that his strategy includes applying significant pressure on individuals connected to the case, including Taylor Swift. The message coming from Baldoni's legal team seems clear. Every possible source of information will be pursued thoroughly. This approach places Swift in a challenging position, where her In such high-stakes environments, the implications of this strategy are serious. If Swift chooses not to support Baldoni's legal direction, some observers believe the consequences could extend into both legal and public arenas. The situation resembles an ultimatum more than a casual request. In effect, Swift appears to be placed in the middle of a dispute that was not originally hers, yet now carries significant implications for her reputation and professional standing. Navigating this environment carefully is essential, as any misstep could lead to legal complications or strong public reactions. For someone known for carefully managing her public image, this moment represents an unusually intense test. Swift's reputation as a strategic and thoughtful public figure is now being examined under the intense spotlight of global attention. Every development in the story is followed closely by fans, critics, and media outlets, all analyzing her decisions and timing for deeper meaning. In this environment, even small developments, such as leaked information or new reports, could dramatically influence public perception. Maintaining control of her narrative may prove to be one of the greatest challenges of her career. Despite the rising tension, individuals close to Swift describe her approach as measured and deliberate. She has not publicly criticized Blake Lively directly, choosing instead to focus on clarifying what she believes are inaccuracies. According to those familiar with her perspective, Swift feels strongly about correcting what she sees as significant misunderstandings while avoiding unnecessary personal attacks. This restrained strategy reflects her preference for addressing facts rather than engaging in emotional disputes. Sources also claim that Swift's initial involvement in the situation was relatively casual. Early conversations reportedly revolved around brainstorming creative ideas and sharing suggestions in a friendly, collaborative environment. At that stage, Blake Lively allegedly responded positively, expressing enthusiasm about Swift's contributions and showing support for the ideas discussed. According to these accounts, there was no visible indication of disagreement or discomfort during those early exchanges. This version of events, if accurate, appears to conflict with later claims suggesting that certain creative elements came as a surprise. The difference between these two narratives forms a significant point of tension in the dispute, and perhaps most notably, reports suggest that Swift may possess recorded evidence, including voice memos and text messages, that document Lively's earlier approval and excitement regarding those same ideas. If such material becomes part of the legal process, it could play an important role in shaping how the case unfolds. The evidence Swift reportedly possesses underscores her reputation for meticulousness and foresight. This is not mere speculation. Sources suggest she has concrete digital proof that could significantly influence the direction of the legal proceedings. News of her potential involvement sent shockwaves through the fanbase, dividing opinion among those who once celebrated the close Swift-Lively friendship. Some worry that Swift's choice to challenge Lively's account could permanently strain their bond, while others view her actions as a principled effort to ensure the truth emerges and to prevent further complications in the legal battle. The hashtag #SwiftSpeaksOut quickly trended across social media, fueling heated debates about loyalty, ethics, and professional responsibility. For Justin Baldoni, Swift's potential cooperation represents a substantial advantage. Sources indicate his legal team is actively inviting contributions from anyone with relevant information, widely interpreted as a clear call for Swift to provide documents, messages, or other evidence. If her materials confirm that Lively initially supported the creative additions in question, this could serve as compelling proof that Lively knowingly misrepresented things. Her involvement in court strengthening Baldoni's defamation claims considerably. This development marks a pivotal moment in the case. Unsurprisingly, Blake Lively's team strongly denies any wrongdoing, disputing both the claims and the implications of Swift's perspective. They argue that while Swift's observations may be accurate for certain production segments, they do not reflect the full complexity of the project. According to Lively's camp, isolated messages or brief discussions about comedic elements cannot represent the broader challenges she encountered. They maintain that film production is inherently dynamic, with ideas evolving constantly, and insist that the lawsuit was always intended to protect her overarching creative vision, which she believes was mischaracterized publicly. At the core of this high-stakes conflict lies Justin Baldoni's defamation claim, a legal challenge of extraordinary scale. He asserts that Lively's public statements and legal filings caused severe, measurable harm to both his reputation and the film's potential success. His team has highlighted this impact through the astonishing $400 million lawsuit, emphasizing the immense financial and professional stakes involved. If Swift's evidence substantiates Baldoni's assertion that Lively was fully aware of and actively engaged in the disputed creative decisions, it could deliver a major advantage in court, potentially altering the outcome dramatically. Ultimately, the spotlight remains firmly on Taylor Swift. Her decision to step forward with potentially game-changing evidence could redefine the narrative of this escalating dispute. Swift holds the power to clarify the truth, influence public perception, and shape the trajectory of both the legal proceedings and the public debate. Every move she makes now carries extraordinary weight, and the world is watching closely to see how her actions will influence the outcome of this high-profile, high-stakes confrontation.